So in today's video, I'm going to show you how I was able to close $3,000 coaching programs for my fitness coaching business, at 40% closing rate, which is pretty high. Yeah, both like my prices and also closing rate. The average in the industry is around like 20-30%. Yeah, and also I'm going to show you how you can prevent objections. Yeah, because most of fitness coaches think they have like objection handling problem, but actually you should prevent objections before going to objections. So I'm going to show you exactly script by script what I've been following for the last 1 year and able to close multiple 3,000 coaching programs, also able to get to 6 figures a year with my fitness coaching business. So buckle up, pay attention, take notes, yeah. And if you are not able to watch this, like let's say 20-minute video, then like turn it off right now. Then just go scroll on social media like TikTok or Reels, yeah, these 20-30 second Reels, and don't get any new information. But if you are actually serious about improving your fitness offer, yeah, then buckle up, watch this video, and let's dive into it. So sales 101. First thing, note that this is not meant to be read. Yeah, it's a structure on how sales should be proceed. And yeah, just think about your own offer. Don't just be mindless drone and read the script. Usually what I do when I go on a Zoom call, I have this kind of document on the side. So whenever I feel like I'm kind of missing the structure, I just have a look. But I've done like hundreds sales calls, so I kind of understand the structure. It was definitely more harder at the start. I remember like when I switched my prices from 1K to 3K, like I think at the start I got like 12 or 15 no's in a row. And then I said like, fuck, I'm like super bad at sales. But yeah, luckily I took action, invested into mentors, sales mentor that gave me the roadmap to success. And I went from like 15% closing rate to like 37.5. Yeah, I think now it's a bit even more higher, like 45. Haven't like booked or put here new leads, but I think it's around like 40-45, and I charge 3,000. So, but let's dive into it. First of all, report. I think this is one of the most important things. Yeah, how you start the call. I remember at the start I was just hopping on a call and engaging with my like prospects like a friend. I was asking so many questions about their day, how are they doing, where they at, and just being this like friendly. But that's really mistake, because you don't want that they are your friend. You want to make them that you are like the professional, you are the leader of the call. Because if you're gonna engage like a friend, like they're not gonna take you seriously, and they're gonna interrupt you in a call. So make sure you are really a leader. So when you jump in a call, you straight away, hey Phil, good to see you. How's your week going so far? They say, yeah, great, busy, but overall good. And you jump in the next question, awesome. Where are you located? I'm located in USA, Michigan. Where are you located? Maybe they're gonna ask you, but if they ask, of course, respond, but don't go really broad, and have a conversation. Literally, this should maybe take like 1 or 2 minutes, So when they say, yeah, I'm located, let's say in USA, Michigan, next you want to go frame, make sure to understand what's this call about, yeah? So after they say, I'm located there, then say, awesome, man. So here's what I want to do on today's call. I have the questionnaire notes you filled in. So let's say if you have the Calendly or like some Google Doc form, I have the questionnaire notes that you filled in. So I have really good understanding where you're at and where you're trying to improve. But I have some additional questions right here that I want to dive a little bit deeper. So basically an assessment to see if we are a good fit to each other. And I also want that you feel that we are a good fit to work together with each other. And if everything looks good, I can help you build out some higher level strategies and show you how it would look like if we partner up. And if it doesn't sound like a good fit, then at least I would like to point you in the right direction. How does that sound? And they say, yeah, yeah, that sounds good. That sounds fair. And then, so yeah, Brian, I have the notes, but I would like to know, to hear from you directly what got you on a call today. Like what's going on with your health and fitness that you need help with. And then they will start like telling their like kind of struggles, pain, and you really want to dive into the pain. But before that, yeah, just make sure this is dialed in. Yeah, literally report should take like 1 or 2 minutes. The frame, again, 2 minutes. So basically this all should take not more than 5 minutes. And I think maybe if you are watching this, the report is taking maybe 10-15 minutes. You're talking about day, you're talking about work, or they ask you many questions, so you're kind of engaging like this friendly conversation, which is definitely, you don't want to do that. Yeah, you want to be professional, you want to lead the call and make sure it's like really specific and on time. So literally this should take only like 5 minutes. Yeah. And once yeah, you ask them what got you on a call, they will probably start saying like, yeah, I'm just interested to lose weight, I've been kind of struggling. So they kind of start telling their story. And some people will dive into their real problem, but some people will just say, I'm just on a call today, just curious to hear about your offer, so they don't kind of go in a pain, about their problems. So it's your job to really dive into the pain, because if you don't go in a pain, it's also going to be hard to sell them, especially high ticket. So your job is really also to go in a pain. So number one thing that you should do is, after you have built the frame and report, is go into the pain. So when they say, like, let's say, yeah, and also make sure like this is not, I don't follow it like, how to say, point by point. Yeah, this is just like some questions I have noticed it works really well, and sometimes I bring it up, sometimes I don't. So like this, the report and frame, I really use it word by word. Yeah, I have like memorized it so well that I can literally like say this without looking at it. So I really recommend for you the same. And then the pain and the next, how to say, points will be kind of flexible. Yeah, you also don't want to be like kind of robot. They tell you like some story or pain, and you, okay, that sounds good, and you go in a next question. You kind of also want to have a normal conversation, show that you are a human being, right? So these are some pain questions I like to use. Let's say if they say they struggle with weight, so you can say, so your weight gain is your biggest challenge. Can you be more specific? How long that has been going on for? I like to use this one is really strong question. So it has been problem, let's say, for months or years. Why are you wanting to improve now? Like, why now? Like when you ask this question, like, why now? Like, it's so powerful, because that usually opens them up. Let's say, yeah, I'm just having low energy levels, like my wife doesn't like me anymore, or like I don't fit anymore in your old clothes, it's really frustrating. So that really opens up. Another I like to use, I literally also like ask my prospects to take the shirt off. So if you're like, let's say, maybe if you're helping women or what, you're not gonna ask, but let's say if you work with adult men, like you can definitely ask them to take shirt off, and it works really, really well, because usually what I do, okay, let's say, how much do you weigh right now, Brian? I weigh around 240 pounds. So, okay, 240 pounds, like how does that make you feel? And maybe they say, it doesn't feel good. Okay, so now I just need to get better understanding about your body composition. So if you wouldn't mind, I need to, that you take shirt off right now so I can see your body composition. I just want to assess where you're at right now, what areas we need to focus on. Is it man boobs? Is it love handles? And like 99% of times they will take shirt off. Like I had like, I think one case where he didn't want to take his shirt off. So then I was just saying to him, just, okay, then stand up and show me how you look with your clothes, or I said like, okay, so you're not even comfortable taking your shirt off, so it's that bad, so you can, yeah. And then they say, yeah, I'm just not confident, So then you can really dive into it. But usually when they take the shirt off, like literally they stand in front and I say, okay, I see you have man boobs, I see you have love handles, you know, which is definitely not ideal, Brian. You know, can you tell me how this is affecting you? Like, are you comfortable taking your shirt off? Like when you go to beach or when you go vacations, and they will usually like, yeah, be more sad, and yeah, they don't like that, you know, and that's really, you go in the pain. As I said, the number one thing is pain. If you can get them really in the pain, like you're gonna sell them. After that, these are some points. Again, yeah, these are points, like it doesn't have to be in a structure, so usually depending on the conversation, I kind of go choose. But why these points are important is because with these points, you kind of already preventing objections. So for example, with timing, you probably, if you have already been on sales calls, you have probably got objection of, yeah, I really like this program, but I would like to start it in 1 or 2 months, you know, when I get back from vacation. So you kind of miss this question, you know, but let's say with this question, you could literally prevent that objection when it comes at the end of the call. So if you would be able to find a way to solve weight gain, when would you be looking to do that? And yeah, most of the times they, of course, say as soon as possible. But let's say now the thing I covered, like let's say he said, I would like to do it in 1 or 2 months. And you say like, why? Why? You know, yeah, because I have vacation and things like that. So literally you could now save 40 minutes of your time, right? And maybe you said, okay, if you really are able only to start in 1 or 2 months, let's do this. Let's reschedule call in 1 or 2 months when you get back from your vacation, so we can kickstart right away. So that is one option. The second option, usually what I like to do, and let's say if they say I only want to start in 1 or 2 months because of vacation, I would say like, okay, yes, I know that you want to only start in 1 or 2 months, so why don't we do this? You know, we can use this 1 or 2 months still into the program, you know, get you started, get you well prepared for vacation, you know. Also during the vacation you can like watch free training, and that vacation time when you go, let's say 2 weeks traveling, I will give you like a program break, you know, so we can like really kickstart and see you great results before you go to the holidays, and after you get back from holidays we can pick it up back. So that was the second option, and usually like, yeah, you can sense it which option they would like, but both ways you're gonna, yeah, save more time, or either you're gonna close him even if he wanted to go vacation. So you basically prevent this at the end of the call. So that's about timing. Then another point what I like to cover is like current situation, you know, ask about what are they doing currently on training, do they understand what they do or they don't understand. Same with nutrition, like, so can you tell me what are you doing on nutrition side? Do you have any idea? So that is also good. Also ask about how much weight, how they lost with the things they're currently doing. Maybe they say, yeah, I'm going to the gym 3 times a week, I'm eating healthy meals. So you can ask like, how much weight, how you lost, let's say last month. What about the month before? And they say, yeah, I haven't lost anything. So then you say, got you, so not seeing any progress. That's to be honest, like pretty bad. Like how do you feel about not seeing any results? And then they say, yeah, pretty bad. So that's good. After current situation, I usually like to dive into the goal. It's like good transition. So yeah, what they would like to achieve in the next 3-6 months. And again, like I don't use it like this script by script, because I already had hundreds of sales calls, so I kind of understand what to choose. So also if you like follow this, like don't do it word by word. Just maybe take some points and ask. The most important is like that you kind of have the bigger points, and the questions can be literally anything. So yeah, about goal. Also doubt is really good, because sometimes also You know, you have talked all about your program and how you can help them, and then at the sales calls, at the end, objection comes up. I want to try this on my own. You know, I think I could try it. So you can like prevent it like by this. You can literally say, so you've been like struggling with weight loss for last, like, let's say 1 year or 6 years, and you try it, the intermittent fasting, keto diets, like, well, what's been stopping you from figuring it out on your own? You know, or what's the plan moving forward? And maybe they say, yeah, I have tried everything, you know, nothing works. I'm tired of trying it on my own. So you can like prevent that objection. And of course, my favorite one, the finances, the most common objection what I get is about finances. So what I usually like to say, do it when they, let's say, about their current situation. Let's say they talk about like what kind of gyms they have tried, or maybe other programs, or what kind of diet, nutrition, how much they're eating out. I usually like to ask like this question. So how much they spend. So I'm just kind of curious, Brian, how much money you're currently spending on your health? Let's say eating out, gym memberships, supplements. So basically, yeah, what's your kind of thought about how much you're currently spending on your health on a monthly basis? And then they say, oh, groceries, maybe I spend like $400, $500. Gym membership is like $50 or $100. So you kind of get understanding about how much money they're spending, and that's kind of opens them up about finances. And after that, I like to ask, so yeah, got it, Brian. But yeah, it really sounds you finally want to get in shape. How you thought about budget? You're willing to set aside every month for like coaching, gym memberships, supplements, accountability, like personalized plan. Sometimes people like open up and they say, yeah, I was thinking around like $500, you know, or $1,000 a month. Some people say $50, you know, and if someone says like $50, like you can say like, oh, so I'm kind of curious, like you think $50 is that what it's gonna cost, or $50 is what you can afford right now? You know, so let's say if they say like, yeah, $50 is what I can afford, like, so here you again save so much time, you know. You don't need to continue call, right? Because then usually if they say like really low amount, and when I ask them if it's really all they can afford, then I will like literally say, so my coaching program, so Brian, I don't want to waste both of our times. Like my coaching program is $3,000. Yeah, it's really personalized. It's really custom based. Most of my clients get the best results, lose up to 30 pounds in just 90 days. So what's your thoughts on that? And then they, oh, I didn't know that it costs that much. You know, but some people, yeah, they will open up and say like they are willing to spend $500 or $1,000, and that's a good indicator how you can like solve finances. But also most of the times they say, no, I haven't thought about budget. You know, I don't have any idea how much this can cost. And then I usually like to say, yeah, cool. Why we don't think about it now? Like, what's your disposable income every month, regardless if we work together or not? Like, what you have to put into your health. You know, it's not about my coaching. It's literally like what you can afford or you're thinking, you know. So then they will kind of open up again. So you just keep pressing a bit. I know it's a bit uncomfortable at the start to ask about finances because the energy is a bit off, you know, because maybe people think that you're kind of selling, but this is really good, you know, and if you practice it more, you're literally gonna get no objections about finances, because you can come back to any point, you know, any point, because let's say in finances they say, yeah, I can spend $1,000, and then at the end of the call they say this is too expensive. But Brian, like I'm kind of curious, like 20 minutes ago you just said you are willing to spend 1,000, you know, so what changed before then and now? You know, if the objection comes, and the same with the time, you can say, you know, like when they say, I just want to think about it, I would like to start this in 2 or 3 weeks. So again, Brian, Like, yeah, that's totally okay, but I'm just kind of confused because 20 minutes ago you just said you want to start right now. This is the most important thing in your life. So what changed before then and now? So objection handled, right? So like, this is really, really powerful. Also, maybe if they still don't open up, like, I also like to ask this, like, what do you do for work? Then they say, yeah, I'm a entrepreneur or like this business guy. You can ask, cool, and for how long you've been doing that for? Yeah, for 4 years I've been doing that. And then, and do you like it? Yeah, I love it. And then you say, got you. And how much people usually make in your position? And they say maybe, yeah, 200K years, you know, or like that. So you can also understand their finances. So this is really powerful. Another, of course, common is partner. Yeah, so also when you do the discovery, definitely ask them about partner. So, hey Brian, do you have partner, girlfriend, husband, wife? Yeah, just being a funny. I sometimes even like for guys who are married, you know, I said husband, or you know, kind of having this kind of fun conversation, and then they, yeah, I have, like, let's say wife, and so does your wife, let's say Cindy, knows that you are on a call today with me and trying to improve your health? And they usually will say yes. So what do they think about it? You know, are they fully supporting you in this journey or not? And then they will answer, yeah, they are really supportive. Or maybe someone will say no. Then you ask, why not? Are they not supporting you? And after you have asked those questions, like, definitely ask also, are you the main financial decision maker in your family? So let's say at the end of the call, program sounds for you, like you are really confident about this, that it can really help you. Will you need to talk with your wife or husband about this and make decision together? If they say no, like, I'm the main financial decision maker, that's like a green light, right? But sometimes they will say, yeah, it's kind of both decision. So here's an objection, you know, so kind of doesn't make sense to continue call. So I would still continue call, finish discovery, and then let's say at the like end of kind of call, I would say, so yeah, Brian, it sounds like you want help right now, and I can actually help you, but like if we need, let's say, Stacy's buy-in to kind of sign off like this program, why don't we just book a call up with Stacy and then we can talk? You know, because it will be like this. You're gonna go off the call with all the information about pricing and how this works, and then you're gonna go to Stacy, tell her about the program, and Stacy will think, what the hell is this, Brian? You know, where you want to sign up? So it's gonna be confusing for both of you guys. So let me do the selling for you both of you guys. So let's reschedule a call for tomorrow at the same time with you and Stacy, and I'm gonna run you both through the program, yeah, about how I can help you lose 30 pounds, get you fitter, and have more energy for you and Stacy. How does that sound, Brian? So, you know, you can already, again, go without objection. And I've done it many times. I've done many sales like this with both of them, and it's kind of funny to sell them both because you want to make good the partner. So again, this is how you get rid of objection of partner. You know, so you don't have it at the end of the call and you have lost sale. Another thing I like to excuse me, ask about different methods and paths, you know, so what they have tried, you know, maybe they have worked with another personal trainer, so then you can ask them, what did you like about working with them, or what you didn't like working with them, so you kind of, again, get good understanding. So if they have worked with personal trainer in the past and they say they really enjoyed accountability, you know, they liked daily check-ins, so you kind of take those points and can use it in your pitch, you know, to sell them. So that's really powerful. Or maybe they say, yeah, I worked with the coach, but I didn't like working with them because the training plan was not structured to my plan, you know, or the diet was really, how to say, restrictive, you know. So then you make it in your pitch that your diet is going to be flexible and really custom based, you know, that your workout is going to be fully customized to you, the workouts you enjoy, you know, so you can get really good understanding. Or even also, let's say they work with personal trainer, like how much did it cost, and you can already understand. So yeah, another objection common is comparison. So let's say you have given, you went through all discovery, pitch, and at the end of the call, yeah, I really love the program, but I have tomorrow plan another sales call with another coach, and you're like, fuck, you missed this. And also, again, how you can handle it is in your discovery. So you can literally ask, like, are you looking at other options at the moment, or I'm the only personal trainer, you're in the talks, you know, how you had any other calls. So you can literally come with this. And what I also like to use this, what do you want from me? What are you looking from my side, you know, that would guarantee 100% results. So they say, yeah, I really need accountability, you know, I would like to have like personalized plan for my home gym. So you make notes in your notebook, and then when you're like giving your pitch, you like literally tell these points, you know, because pitch is really custom based. So I'm gonna show you. Another thing is like also trust. Sometimes you kind of go through all of your call, and they kind of doesn't trust you. You know, I want to think about it. I want to still check your page. I still want to check your website or other videos, how you help. You know, so what I like to use is how long you've been watching my content, seeing what I do, or I'm a bit newer to you. You know, they say, yeah, I've been watching your content for 2-3 weeks. So then I say, like, what resonated with you the most? Yeah, I really like that you have helped this client or this client to get good results. And so they kind of already selling you. And then I also like, do you have any other questions about my background, or are we cool? Sometimes they say, yeah, I'm cool, I trust you. Or sometimes, yeah, can you tell me more about what your experience? And then you kind of, yeah, so I'm a coach, you know, been doing this for 3 years. Maybe I'm a bit newer to you. You've been following me for 2-3 weeks, but I've been doing this for 3 years. Yeah, I have worked with hundreds of busy professionals just like yourself, help them lose weight, make custom programs, you know, diet plans, help them lose 30 pounds in less than 90 days. And I don't want that my clients are bodybuilders. I want that my clients are the most fit and healthiest versions of themselves without like spending crazy amounts in a gym, you know. So you kind of really tell this with confidence and trust. So this was like kind of discovery. So you can literally see how many objections we handled, right? About trust, like about comparison, like I want to check other trainers, I have another call with this, you know, about we discover how we overcome partner, how we overcome finances, overcome like I can do this on my own, about timing. So like this is really, really powerful. And again, like don't use it word by word. Maybe just write down these finances and work out yourself what kind of questions you like to ask. I have written out these, and sometimes I use this, sometimes not. I really go flow with conversation, you know, because every prospect is different, you know, so I just go with the flow. And yeah, after you have done the discovery, then you want to transition to the pitch. So based on what you told me today, I'm 100% confident that I can help you, and now I want to spend some time going through some higher level strategies, how it will look like if we partner up, and how I can help you achieve, you know, 30-pound weight loss, help you gain more energy, so you have more energy for Stacy, for your work, for your kids. But before I do that, I just wanted to give you a short overview on who I am and what I do, so you could do it like before, or you can tell right now, so that you are really professional, that you understand what you're saying. And then, yeah, you go to the pitch, yeah. And pitch also has to be really custom based. So when I used to do pitch, I had like this PowerPoint presentation. So I was basically showing presentation, but it's kind of not really customized, right? Like you showcase the same presentation for every people, so it's better to do it without presentation. And in a pitch, I usually do this. So the number one thing I also listen, like what was the biggest pain? So let's say the biggest pain was nutrition. So I'm gonna start with pillar nutrition. Yeah. So Brian, I know that you are here weighing 280 pounds, and I know that you want to be 240 pounds, and there's only three things that we need to do. So the first thing is gonna be fast meal prep system. Yeah. And here's really important that you really customize to the client. So during the call, when I have the discovery, I have like my notebook right to me, and whenever they say something about struggling, I'm gonna write it down. So let's say they really struggled with diets, they couldn't lose weight, they were doing these restrictive diets. So literally, so Brian, I know that you've been like struggling with weight loss for the last 3 years. You have tried restrictive diets, and it didn't work, but here's the truth. With restrictive diets like you did, you slow down actually metabolism. So what I'm gonna do is gonna build you a custom meal plan, which called fast meal prep system. Why it's called fast meal prep system is because literally all meals takes only 10-15 minute meals. They are high protein. We're gonna do like this reverse metabolism. We're actually gonna start higher calories, and then throughout weeks we're gonna drop it. So it's gonna be way more sustainable approach for weight loss. And with this fast meal prep system, I have helped my clients lose 30 pounds in less than 90 days. So yeah, it's definitely not gonna be restrictive. So you kind of customize it to his needs. After each, like let's say pillar, you want to ask, like, Brian, does this make sense? So how do you feel, Brian, about this fast meal prep system to help you accomplish 40-pound weight loss? Because you don't want to make them confused. Make it pretty simple as well. Of course, implement some like terms, like let's say reverse metabolism. They will think, wow, it's like really complicated, something new to me. So you want to still include, but explain it more simple terms. But then let's say they will answer. So then you go, now that the fast meal prep system is in place, second thing will be, let's say, time efficient training system. And these are like, let's say, I just customize it. You can literally customize to your pillars. Maybe you have different topics you do in your coaching, so customize it to you. And then again, yeah, so Brian, remember, you haven't worked out for 1 year. Before that, you worked with a personal trainer, and you didn't really enjoy the trainings, right? They were not customized to your home gym. So what I would do instead is, make you a custom-based program. You can literally do this program wherever you want. So you will be able to do it at your home gym if you want, or maybe if you want to go to commercial gym, I will also make you plan for that. Or even if you're like traveling, you're staying in hotel gyms, because I know that you're a busy guy, we can also make adjustments for that when you are in your hotel gyms. So the time efficient training system is really like travel proof. And why it's called time efficient training system is because literally all you need for strength training is 2-3 times a week, 45-50 minute workouts. So literally it only will take 2-3 hours of your week, which is pretty realistic, right, Brian? And they say, yeah, really sounds good, love that. Or maybe if it kind of doesn't make, then you again say, how do you feel about this time efficient training system, Brian? Does that make sense? So again, and then last but not least is like, so Brian, once we have fast meal prep system and time efficient training system in place, the last thing that we need to implement is high accountability system. What the biggest problem nowadays is, because there's so much information out there nowadays, that there's difficult to choose the right fit that fits your lifestyle. And you're already so busy guy, you're traveling often, you have family, you have so many things on your plate, so when you probably now starting your fitness journey, you can be motivated for 1 or 2 weeks and then you drop off because no one is keeping you accountable, right, Brian? And it is difficult. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep you accountable at higher standards. Yeah, I have my own coaching app where I keep my clients accountable. I can literally see what workouts you're doing, what workouts you're not doing, you know, and basically keep you accountable 24 hours 7, so that we are really achieving your goals, Brian. So if we can do those 3 things, Brian, in the next 3 months, there's no doubt that you're gonna achieve 40-pound weight loss, you know, and you need all of those 3 things. So basically these were my pillars. And again, like those pillars has to be really customized to each of clients, so really listen what they say during discovery and really customize it to your needs, and also customize your own individual unique systems. Then I usually like to, so temperature check is like, so Brian, on a scale from 1 to 10, how are you feeling about this strategy? Let's say 1, you hate me, you want to go off from the call, and they usually kind of laugh, makes it funny, so that's good. And 10 is being exactly you've been looking for to help you achieve this. So then they usually, let's say, maybe it's like 7 or 8, and then, yeah, got it. So what's missing to be 9 or 10? And then they say maybe, yeah, maybe this is missing, or this, or maybe I don't feel that confident. So you kind of already here kind of build that trust. Or maybe they say, yeah, what about like delivery, or how are we gonna work? Then you say, yeah, love that you ask. So basically delivery is gonna be simple. We're gonna work together over the next 3 months. So for me, my coaching program was 3 months. Maybe for you it's like 6 months or 1 year. So yeah, Brian, my coaching program is 3 months, and we're gonna work together one-on-one coaching. We're literally gonna go on weekly calls, yeah, have one-on-one weekly sessions, or maybe you have group calls. You also have direct messaging availability with me 24/7, so you either have my WhatsApp or Slack channel. You also have access to my coaching app, where you will have personalized training plan, personalized nutrition plan, and you are also a part of my community with other similar members just like you who are chasing the same goals. So yeah, Brian. So yeah, maybe delivery for you is also different. I use this. But yeah, Brian, what other questions you have? And then like maybe they're gonna ask something more about program, you know, because you want to cover all the questions or kind of doubts before you give the price. You know, but usually if you have done everything right and done discovery right, like usually you shouldn't get problems. Yeah, so no other questions, Brian, and I can jump in the numbers for you. Is that right? And they say yes. And then sometimes, yeah, is this program for you, Brian? They say yes. Are you ready to start now, Brian? They say yes. Do you think you could get everything from this program and get you where you want to be? Yes. So you kind of get like 3 yeses, so it's going to be higher chance that they say also yes for price. So awesome, Brian. So the price for us to work together one-on-one over the next 3 months and help you accomplish 40-pound weight loss, have more energy for your wife and for your work, it's either 2 payments of $2,000 or just one-time investment of $3,000. And then just be quiet. Be quiet. I have literally sit like 1 or 2 minutes like this. You know, because they kind of probably, like the price is high, they kind of afraid to say now some things, you know, so just be quiet. And most of the times if you have done the discovery really, really well, like you will not get objections, but of course, I would say still most of the times you're gonna get objections, and it's gonna be like, yeah, I love the program, but I would like to think about it. But then you can always come back, you know, like, was that about price? Was that about partner? So that's why the discovery is super, super important. But yeah, I'm gonna make another video specifically on objections, yeah, because that's another topic. I hope this video was really helpful, yeah. If you need any help with your fitness coaching business, just send me a message on my Instagram. My Instagram in in description. So if you have any questions, just let me know. Also, if you enjoy kind of these videos, make sure you like this video. Also, if you have any topics that you would like that I cover, just leave a comment below. And yeah, make sure you use this sales script, get your sales to 40% above, you know. Make sure you, after this video as well, increase your prices. So if you're charging 1,000, make sure you charge now 2,000, you know, because this sales tactic is really like dangerous. You know, you're gonna get so many yeses right now and no objections. So give it a try and let me know how that goes.